Still working through all that. Should know something end of the day or tomorrow.
How about Colt's situation?
Same. I think he felt a little better today, but we won't know much until tomorrow and Wednesday.
What was the reasoning behind getting those limited snaps?
We talked about James getting the full share, if you will. I mean, he'd been banged up, had the ribs, and it was basically one of those deals where it was time to give him the starting running back reps, and I thought he played at a high level and got better as the game went on, allowed him to get in a rhythm and, did what we needed him to do.
Ball was coming out really fast yesterday. Was that a product of Colt or just how you wanted a game plan to go?
Yeah, I think a number of things. Honestly, when you have 4 or 5 starting offensive linemen from the beginning of the season down, and you're playing that D line, you better have a quick trigger, and Colt understood that going in. We wanted to get quick completions. It was going to be a catch and run game from the start, and try to do stuff in space, and that's where he came out throwing it, and he did a good job of finding the guy pre-snap and getting it to him.
After the year that AJ's had, does this type of game, I don't want to get them back on track, but does it kind of show him that he's still valuable to this offense?
Yeah, and he's never lost confidence in himself. It's just one of those things that comes up every now and then. It just, for whatever reason, hadn't worked in his favor, but he's one of the best receivers that has played in this league in a long time, and he still has a lot of really good football in front of him. So it was good to see him get those plays in, and I think Colt has a ton of confidence in him, knowing what to do, being where he should be, and I mean, he's obviously a big target. He's a matchup problem for those smaller corners.
He said after the game that he's still dealing with not being the guy like he was in Cincinnati. Have you guys talked about that? Have you kind of tried to help him through that process?
Yeah, definitely. We've had some in-depth conversations about it, and he knows where I stand on him as a player and member of this team, and we're really lucky to have him. And like I've said all along, tremendous teammate, tremendous player. The way he's handled everything, his professionalism, I can't say enough good things about him.
Hard for a guy after doing that for so long to not be the guy.
Yeah, I think people forget exactly how big the numbers were, and the 7 straight Pro Bowls to start his career. First guy to ever do that. I mean, yeah, it's not easy, but he's done a great job of really mentoring these young guys. He's told us that's what he wants to do is help mentor these young guys and show people, hey, it's not always going to go your way, but you keep working hard, you keep doing the right things, and good things will happen.
Did you cut back on Robbie's snaps just to try to get him more comfortable with the offense?
Yeah, we're going to continue to do that and try to maximize him as well. Like I said, he's got speed to burn, talent, wide receiver, been uber productive in this league as well, and we got to find ways to use them all. And I felt like we had a good mix going yesterday, and hopefully we can continue to do that and make sure that each guy is getting a chance to show what they can do.
What was your overall thought on the line with Cetus, obviously his first start, being able to prepare for that, and then of course throwing Rashad in there at left guard?
I thought they battled. I mean, to see some of the runs that we had late in the game when we really needed it, particularly down near the end zone, was big time, and that's not easy to do. Patchwork it together. You got to give Coach Kugler, Coach Nacken a lot of credit, and just the competitive spirit of that group yesterday was really impressive. Going against one of the better D lines and one of the best football players in the history of the game.
After the game, Watt said that Kliff apologized to him for calling the play dead. Is there anything you guys can do now? Can you file a complaint or anything like that?
No, it's done. I think Watt got to say what he wanted to say on the field, which is we got to be careful there. But Kliff took care of him on that and only gave him a delay game and not the big one. So kind of worked both ways.
What is it about Colt that makes him so well liked in the locker room and even defensive players will say he helped me with this, with that?
Yeah, I think he can relate to anybody. I mean, he carries himself in a very humble manner, and he's always trying to get better, and he loves the game as much as anybody I've been around. I mean, he wants to talk to DBs about techniques that give him trouble and linebackers about how he's going to use his eyes in certain coverages. I mean, he'd be a phenomenal coach if he wanted to, or he could run for governor of Texas and be just as good. So he's kind of got the gamut covered there. But I think just he's a man's man. He's an everyday type person, and he carries him that way, and just wants to help people and help the team be better.
Was it close for Kyler being able to play, or did you pretty much have a sense that it was probably going to be Colt?
Yeah, we had a feeling it would probably be Colt. just because, like I said, I want Kyler to be able to be 100% and really take off. In the last game, he wasn't able to really separate like he can when he gets in those open spaces, and that's a big weapon for him.
How's DJ doing with the back injury, and what's that status looking like moving forward?
Yeah, we'll see. Still going to be day-to-day this week. I think Wednesday we'll know more. They're doing some more tests today, and so we should have a better feel on Wednesday.
For Kyler this week, is it kind of same thing again?
It is, yeah. We want to continue to progress him and see, where that thing's at. Playing the 49ers, I mean, that's a D line that you better be full speed and be able to run and move and do the things that he can do. So we'll see how he feels Wednesday and try to go from there.
Ready to practice this week?
I hope so. Yeah, I think he felt a little bit better today, and that's the plan, to get him to go up there. We've talked about it all year. They say that the most ruckus the crowd is when the kickers are out there pregame in this game. So I told him he can't miss this one, man.
When it comes to the quarterbacks, you obviously talk about Kyler and being able to go all out. If Colt's banged up a little bit too, does it make it easier if he's not 100% just because that's not the type of player he is, even if he's a little banged up?
Yeah, I think with Colt, he's played a bunch of football. He understands how to handle himself in those situations, and it's never been his deal where he's going to outrun the entire team like Kyler can do. So it's a little bit different type of player in that situation.
He had a couple moments yesterday, though, that he ran a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. He had about a 1 yard gain, I think, on the 4th and 1. He got 1.5. But no, he's an athletic player. His younger days at Texas, he can move around and do it.
What was your first thought when Colt got hurt, and then with being able to come back, even though he wasn't totally 100%?
Yeah, there was a couple things we had where we wanted to get him outside of the pocket that we had to scrap. But other than that, he said he felt good enough to move around and protect himself, and so we felt good about him coming back in. But yeah, it looked dodgy there for a minute. I mean, it was a screen play. Made a bad play call, and so you hate to see him get hit on that. And then we got the intentional grounding. The whole thing was kind of a disaster. But I was glad that he toughed it out, and I think our team really rallied around him.
When asked that, Beach said we should ask you about the look you gave. What do you mean by that?
That he gave me. He wants to run the ball every single play. So he gave me the death stare after Colt went down. Just took out his helmet and stared at me for the entire time that he was down. But we had that relationship, nonverbal.
I know that Kyler, part of the draw with him is the chaos he can create when he runs and everything. But did you learn something maybe with Colt in there that, kind of steady as she goes a little bit, that maybe that was something that was good for this offense at this time? I mean, are there any less? I know it's two way different quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think with Colt, I mean, the games that he's played for us, I think the biggest deal is just, like I said, the pre-snap recognition, getting it out to those playmakers on time, accurate, then catch and run, and he's just had a good feel for the offense since he's been here. A lot of the concepts, that he likes, he'll communicate with us during the week, and he'll have thoughts, and so it's been good getting on the same page. But I think just the situation, he hadn't been in many situations with this type of talented receiving core around him, and I think that's really showing up, that when he has weapons like we have, he can be really efficient and get to those guys and play at a high level.
You guys didn't have as many pre-snap mistakes this week as you have in the past.
Yeah, that was, that I think that was just a focus deal that we've continued to harp on, and at some point, it needs to change, and hopefully that was a step in the right direction. But, all those guys, that group, coming in together, those 4 new linemen, for them to put that together and limit those mistakes was really impressive by them.
After Matt Prater had the illness, was he ever close to being able to get to LA and be able to play? Or?
No, he was in bad shape. Yeah, the last couple of days he didn't feel up to it, and so obviously we got Vizcaíno in Saturday night and did a great job for us on Sunday.
Can you take us through the 4th down play to Rondell? That's the look you guys wanted, and you ever consider maybe let McVay challenge that, or you don't risk it at all, especially on 4th down?
As far as the flag, throwing the flag, or what?
Challenging the play, but also, 4th and 3. That's the play you wanted deep down the field.
Yeah. It was the matchup with Rondell on, long. We thought Rondell had speed on that, the advantage, and got one-on-one, and he made a heck of a catch. Had some other options coming in if Colt didn't like it, but made a great throw and great catch.
With this week, San Francisco's going to Colorado for the week. Do you ever consider anything like that getting out of town to prepare for the offense?
Yeah, we looked at all options. Buddy does a tremendous job with all those things, did all sorts of research on it, and we felt like the program we could set up here for all the altitude training was really good and wouldn't disrupt our routine. And so they've been at it for the last 2 or 3 weeks. All of our guys have been on it trying to prep for that. But I know it'll be a challenge either way, whether you do that or not. So we just got to line up and try to play our best football.
Is there anything you can sit down with Kyler and kind of point out some of the things that Colt did well yesterday, or is it just two different quarterbacks that can do things different?
Yeah, I think any game you can. Any game you watch, there's things you can look at that, hey, would I like to do this better? I think we can do this, really well. So I think Kyler's a very cerebral player as well and can take different things from each game plan and see how we can improve it. But to me, just Colt's ability to continue to battle when things, didn't go bad. He got hurt. He stepped back in and just was the same guy. He didn't get fazed by any of it. That's kind of his biggest quarterback trait that I've been impressed by. He doesn't get rattled, and he just plays his game and sticks to his guns and trusts, what he can do out there.
What about, I guess, talked about Buddha a lot, but I don't know, is there anything really you can add to it? I mean, it's pretty.
Just got to tune in Wednesday, man. Check out that show. I'm sure there'll be a full recap of that.
Will you be tuning in?
I do not.
What are you looking forward to the most? Going international in Mexico City, very different atmosphere. What are your thoughts on all that?
I think it's awesome. Yeah, I've heard it's going to be an incredible atmosphere. I'm sure a lot of our players have never been to Mexico City or experienced anything like this. And to play in that stadium, just a legendary soccer stadium, and so many cool events that have been there and games, it'll be awesome. I think as a team, just to be around each other and get to experience that will be a unique experience for all of us.
Cliff, at this point, how's Hollywood progressing along this?
Yeah, I think he's getting to the point where it's going to be day to day. He's come a long way in a short time, and I'm not sure if he'll make it this week, but hopefully sooner rather than later. If not, we'll give him to the bye, and then I would expect those last 5 he'll be ready to go.
What's the game plan with Byron this week?
Day to day, yeah. He's getting some tests done today as well, and we'll see how he feels on Wednesday.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you all.